Hello children, very good morning to you all. Let's begin our today's class. So children, I hope you have completed your assignment. I have given you to recognize all these four sports persons on screen. So I will tell you who are they. First one is Narayan Karthikeyan, first Formula 1 driver of India. That means car racing driver. Second one is P.T. Usha, Grand Athlete of India. Third one is Sunil Gavaskar, the famous cricketer of India. And fourth one is Vishwanathan Anand, Grand Chess Master of India. So children, let's read the story of Sunil Gavaskar, who was mixed up at birth with a fisherwoman's child. So children, in the last class I have given you the summary of this story, but today I will read line by line to let you know about the whole story. Okay? And after that you have to read it by yourself so that your reading skill will be improved. Okay? So the story goes like this. The title of the story is Mix Up at Birth. I may never have become a cricketer, and this book would not have been written if my uncle, Mr. Narayan Vasuvekar, had not come into my life the day I was born, July 10, 1949. So, the Gavaskar is narrating the story himself, and he is saying that he would not have become a cricketer and he would not have written this book, Sunny Days, if his uncle, Mr. Narayan Vasuvekar, had not come into his life or had not visited him on his birth date, that is July 10, 1949. It seems that Nan Kaka, as I call him, who had come to see me in the hospital on my first day in this world, noticed a little hole near the top of my left earlobe. So Gavaskar is saying that his uncle, whom he used to call Nan Kaka, had visited him on the very first day in the hospital, and he noticed that the child has a little hole near the top of his left earlobe. Lobe means, children, I have told you, the exterior part of human ear. The next day he came again and picked up the baby lying in the crib next to my mother. Crib means baby's bed with high sides. So when his uncle came again on the next day, he picked up the baby from the crib, okay, from the baby's bed where he was lying. But to his utter horror, he discovered that the baby did not have the hole on his left earlobe. But when he picked up the baby, he found that the baby has no hole on his left earlobe. To his utter horror means to cry in horror or in anxiety. So he cried loudly, and he discovered that, discovered means found out. He found out that the baby had no hole on his left earlobe. A frantic search was made, and I was located sleeping peacefully beside a fisherwoman, totally ignorant of the commotion I had caused. So frantic search means in a state of panic or worried or rush. So in worried search, in a worried way, the search was made, and they found the baby sleeping peacefully beside a fisherwoman. So the baby, or Gavaskar, at the time of birth, he was totally ignorant of the commotion. Ignorant means lacking knowledge, and commotion means agitated disturbance. So since Gavaskar was the child, so he was totally ignorant of the commotion or disturbance he has caused. The mix-up, it appears, followed after the babies had been given their bath. So the mix-up was happened when the nurses were giving bath to the babies. At that time, the baby was exchanged. The baby was exchanged with other baby. I am grateful to my uncle for noticing the hole, for I have often wondered what would have happened if nature had not marked me out. So Gavaskar is very much thankful to his uncle. Grateful means thankful. So he is very much thankful to his uncle for noticing the hole, for observing the hole on his earlobe. For I have often wondered, wondered means to think. So he had often wondered or often thought what would have happened if nature had not marked him out. That means if the God has not marked him differently from the other child, or if he had no mark of hole on his ear. Perhaps I would have grown up to be a fisherman working somewhere along the west coast. He is saying that if he has not given that mark, or if God has not given that mark on his ear, he would have grown up as a fisherman working somewhere or fishing somewhere along the west coast. Coast means seaside. And what about the baby who for a spell took my place? And he is saying, Gavaskar is saying that what about that baby? A spell means magical effect or speech or discourse. So he is thinking that what will happen if that baby would have been exchanged with Gavaskar, that fisherwoman's baby who taken his place. I do not know if he is interested in cricket or whether he will ever read this book. Gavaskar is saying that he doesn't know if that fisherwoman's baby is interested in cricket or not, or whether he will ever read this book Sunny Days or not. But he says, I can only hope that if he does, he will start taking a little more interest in Sunil Gavaskar. So Gavaskar is saying that if that fisherwoman's baby who was exchanged with him would have read this book, he will start taking a little more interest in Sunil Gavaskar. Why? Because he will think, or that baby will think, that he was that baby who was exchanged with Sunil Gavaskar. Okay, children? So I have told you last day also, this is an extract. Extract means the portion of a book taken out or drawn out. So this is an extract from Sunny Days, the book which is written by Sunil Gavaskar. Okay, so this is the story of Sunil Gavaskar's birth, okay, when he was mixed up with a fisherwoman's child. Okay, children, and next I will give you the worksheet and I will dictate you, which I have given you in the last class also. Okay, have a good day.